Hi, everyone. My name is Jennifer. I am the Assistant Director of Financial Aid. I'll be talking about our financial aid process. Can you actually go to the next slide, Holly? Thank you. Okay, so for graduate students, you will still need to submit your FAFSA. So you will need to submit your 2025-2026 FAFSA if you're starting next week. And that will cover you for fall 2025, spring of 2026, and fall of 2025 and spring of 2026. Once you submit your FAFSA, we will reach out to you to let you know that you have an award package. You will need to log in and accept your student loan offer. However, sometimes when you do submit your FAFSA, you may have some missing items like verification requirements that you will get an email from either your financial aid counselor or the Office of Financial Aid. Please be sure to check your emails for any verification requests that we may have. Also on the screen, you will see our school code in case you need it. When you fill out the FAFSA, make sure you use the IRS Direct Data Exchange. It's just easier process when you fill out the FAFSA. Other loan requirements would be the entrance counseling, which is basically it's an introduction of what student loans are. If you never borrowed before, it will be just a quick introduction. The master promissory note is basically the terms and conditions of your student loan. So it would give you the interest rates and all that information you may need. And also our 2026-2027 FAFSA will be available October 1st. And that will be for summer of 2026 of next year, fall of 2026 next year, and then spring of 2027. All right. So there are some new changes going around starting July 1st. So starting July 1st of 2026, they are going to be eliminating the Grad Plus loan. If you're not familiar with the Grad Plus loan, it's basically another unsubsidized loan that grad students can apply for. However, it is based on credit. So it's just to help students get more financial aid. How that won't be available starting July 1st of 2026. There's also going to be a lifetime limit as of July 1st of 2026, and that will be $100,000. Before it was $138,500. So starting next academic year, it will be as of $100,000. However, if you are already borrowing loans, you can continue to borrow under the loan limits that we have as of now. So you can still borrow up to the $138,500, or you can still get that Grad Plus loan as long as it's dispersed prior to July 1st of 2026. Do you guys have any questions about the new loan before I move to the next slide? If not, I'll move to the next slide.
If you want, you guys can also put it in the chat and we can answer them right at the end.
Okay, so another change will be repayment plans. There will be only two options starting July 1st. It's the standard plan and the repayment assistance plan. Those will be the two options. Once we hit like July 1st of 2028, other income driven plans will be discontinued, which will be the SAFE plan, the pay plan, or the ICR and the ICR plan. So those will be discontinued. So the students will be put into the standard plan if they haven't chosen a new plan. So just keep that in mind. If you are paying your loans right now, or if once you graduate and you start paying off your loans, Just keep that in mind. Again, you can reach out to your loan lender and just talk to them about these options.
Jennifer, I have a couple of questions just that we've
Mhm.
collected. So first, how long does it take for everything to be processed once a FAFSA is in?
Yeah, so once we receive the FAFSA, once you complete the FAFSA, it does take 3 to 5 business days for us to get it. Once we get it, it would get loaded into the system. If you're fully admitted, you would get packaged. If you're not fully admitted, your FAFSA will just sit on your account, and we would just need to wait for you to get fully admitted. And then you'll get packaged. If you're fully admitted and we received your FAFSA, but you haven't received a loan offer, that means you were selected for verification. So, or there's other, things that are stopping you from getting packaged. So just reach out to us if you see missing items in your account. We can check that out to see maybe you have a defaulted loans that you weren't aware of, or loan bankruptcy, or you forgot to put your high school information. Those things will stop you from getting packaged. So once we receive the FAFSA, 3 to 5 business days, once you're admitted fully packaged, you'll get a loan offer within a week.
Awesome. And what does, just if someone is brand new to loans, what does a loan offer typically look like? What kind, I'm sure it depends on per person, but what does that look like, and what do they need to, where do they need to go to look for their package, award, things like that?
Yeah, so you would go to your student portal, your Concordia Connect. You will log in and you would check your financial aid award. Usually, it depends on what program you're in, because every program, it has a different tuition. But the max amount that you can get will be 20,500, or it's as long as it's not exceeding your cost of attendance budget. So let's say your cost of attendance budget is only 17,200, then we can only award you up to 17,200. If your cost of attendance budget is like, let's say 36,000, we can only award you the 20,500. So you will have enough to cover for fall and spring, or if you're here for summer, you'll have enough to cover summer, fall, and spring. Then you do have the option, let's say you do get awarded the full 20,500, that would get divided within summer, fall, spring, which is like 6,833 each semester. You have the option to either accept that full 20,500 or just take a partial amount, just so that you don't take out too much loan. If you want the full amount, that's fine, you can take the full amount. If you have a credit balance, you will receive a refund check. You would just need to complete a refund form with the Office of Student Business Services, so that when we disperse your loan, once we pay for your tuition and fees, anything that's remaining, you will receive.
Awesome. Thank you. And typically, if someone is last minute filling out a FAFSA, we know the 3 to 5 days, we know, when do typically the reimbursements and the disbursement happen? Is that week 2, 3?
Yeah. So also just another thing that I forgot to mention. So if you don't want to take out any loans, you can just decline them on your student portals. That way you stop getting those missing items. Accept your loans. You can just decline them on your student portal, and we will cancel any other requirements that is attached to the loan requirement, and you can do a payment plan. You can speak to the billing department and set up a payment plan if you just want to pay it out of pocket. And then, sorry, Holly, what was the question one more time? Disbursement.
No,
dates.
you're fine. Just the time frame of when it takes to disperse. And then if there is my next question will be if there's tuition reimbursement from employers, things like that, what is next steps for that?
Yeah, so for fall disbursement, the disbursement date for fall is September 2nd. That's when we disperse our loans for grad students. And then for spring, our disbursement date for spring is January 20th. would be our disbursement date for spring. Oh, I'm sorry, September 8th for grad students, January 20th for spring semester. And then if they have any tuition reimbursement, that would be with the billing department.
Awesome. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had written down. I don't have those are the questions that we kind of pre-got. So I wanted to ensure that was those were answered. I don't see anything else in the chat. If any, so I guess my next question is moving forward, if someone has a question, I'm assuming in their Connect account, their financial aid officer will be listed.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
They can reach out to the office of financial aid, like our main office, and then the front desk will transfer that email to their financial aid counselor.
Okay, awesome. And then just kind of last question. Programs are what, about two years. So they'll have to, what does kind of timeline look like? They'll have to fill out the FAFSA for fall 1, and then when's the next time they would have to fill out the FAFSA for the whole program?
Yeah, so they'll need to fill out the FAFSA, and then again, so basically every October, if it's that's when it will be open, they will need to fill it out. Because our semester starts in the summer. So once the summer starts, that's a new academic year. So if you didn't submit your FAFSA, just make sure you go and submit your FAFSA. So right now we're under the 25-26 FAFSA since summer already started back in May. And then you will need to submit the FAFSA again October 1st for next summer.
Okay, awesome. So my last question comes a little bit more of, if someone is deferring their loans. So if someone has loans from undergrad, how do we participate in deferment?
Yeah, so you can actually forward that form to the registrar office, and they would fill it out, or just reach out to them and they would help you out with pushing your loans. Yeah.
Awesome. So the registrar is the place to do that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. The chat is open. If anybody has any questions, I want to make sure we have that open. Okay, awesome. And then Jennifer, if there are questions from this group or questions moving forward, obviously we'll have people go to the financial aid office. If there are specific questions, are we able to send out this slide deck? Just kind of want to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, then what I will do is I will stay on for a little bit, just kind of on mute. If anybody has any questions, I have the chat pulled. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming. And then, okay, are there any grant options? That's a question.
Oh, okay. So we don't have any. The only grant we have is the Teach Grant, which you will be enrolled in a Teach Grant eligible program. But I believe you work with more health care programs, correct?
Yeah, we're this is for applied exercise science.
Yeah, so they wouldn't apply for the
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no grant options for grad programs.
Right.
Okay. If my loans are close to the $100,000 limit and I complete the first year under, but my second year would exceed that limit, would I not be eligible for any more loans, or would I still be under the old system because I started prior to the deadline?
Okay, let me read it.
Yep.
It would be under the old system.
So that
Yes.
okay, perfect. That 138.5 would still be in effect.
So as long as your loan got dispersed prior to July 1st, 2026, then you will be under the old system. any, like for July 1st, 2026 is more for any new borrowers that never got a grad loan. That's basically who it will apply to.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm just checking here to see if I'm missing anything. All right. If anybody has any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the Q&A. I will stick around for probably another 10 minutes or so just in case. And Jennifer, if you want to stick around too, just in case something comes that I can't answer, that's great. But then we should be good to go.
All right.
And if you guys are done and don't have any other questions, feel free to have a wonderful rest of your evening. Okay, so I completed my FAFSA and I got an email stating it was processed, but I haven't received my student ID number yet to look and see if I was awarded a package.
Okay, when did you complete the FAFSA? Just because if it was recently, we need to give it time for us to get it.
August 5th.
Okay, so we should have received it. Okay.
Jennifer, what I can do is I have the student name, so I can email you
Yeah.
the student and the H number, and then we can
Yeah.
follow up after. Does that work?
Yeah, that way I can see why.
Okay. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the share. Oh, if a student cannot get a loan approved, is there any way else to pay for school?
The only way would be if you can get any loan, like not even a private loan, you can do a payment plan with our billing department, student business services. You can speak to them and see if their payment plan works for you. If not, we do have a link on our website for outside scholarships that you can look through and see if you qualify for any.